Hi, my name is Bradley Hopper. I couldn't find a spokesperson for my certain crisis, so I'm going to be using the United Airlines. Many of us know about this, about an outrage over man dragged from a plane. It was overbooked, and they asked him to leave, and they really, the public eye felt like there was a lot of unnecessary roughness on the security's part. Um, there was no sympathy, and the gentleman did not want to leave give up his seat for whatever case that may be. And this is the CEO, Oscar Munoz, who's going to be interviewed on this. This is a second PR. You'll notice that later on in the interview, he talks about the first time and why there's two PRs. So here we go.
Yeah. Oscar, this incident has sparked outrage around the world. There are calls this morning to boycott your brand. What did you think when you saw that video of a man being dragged off of one of your planes?
Oh, good morning. Thank you for having me. It's not so much what I thought, it's what I felt. Probably the word shame comes to mind. As I think about our business and our people, the first thing I think is important to say is to apologize to Dr. Dow, his family, the passengers on that flight, our customers, our employees. That is not who our family at United is. And
First of all, I wanted to pause here and notice a couple things. One thing is that, yes, he's sympathetic towards the proper people. He addresses the name. He is definitely ashamed of what had happened. This is a good PR to the public, but it's the second one. It's the second PR. We'll talk about the first one in a few seconds here as we go on. But you'll notice that he does have a politeness and a sympathy, and he does care for, in this PR, for the customers, which is good because this was escalated to a level of media, which was all over the channels. People were outraged by just seeing this. And so we're going to look at why he is more sympathetic this time.
Also a bad moment. And this will never happen again on a United Airlines flight. That's my premise and that's my promise.
Why not communicate that shame, as you call it initially? In your initial apology, in your initial statement, you apologized for reaccommodating passengers. And in your internal notes to your employees, you talked about a belligerent and disruptive passenger. Why did it take until Tuesday to offer a more full-hearted apology?
I think my first reaction to those issues is to get the facts and circumstances. And my initial words fell short of truly expressing what we were feeling. And that's something that I've learned from. The expression of apology, and specific to folks I've mentioned before, is an important part of a conversation like this, because again, that shame and embarrassment is pretty palpable for me and for a lot of other people.
You said.
So, in that, originally the PR was obviously done wrong. He admits that. He sees his flaws the second time, but the problem is you lose a lot of credibility, a lot of trust with your customers, you're going to lose a lot of business, and that's the problem that we see here. He is sympathetic, but he also hesitates to put a pause, a kind of a dramatic pause, and you'll see that. It's one of my classes I've learned that that's one good thing that you can do as a PR or as a speech, is to be able to put in a little bit of dead time, because that way the audience can respond the right way. That's what he's doing with her here. and that's the hesitations. You'll see that he does have a sympathy, but he doesn't make any excuses. He doesn't. He just says, I should have had all the facts straight. That's one of the biggest things about PR, is that getting your facts before going on to try to build your character and your company's reputation. But unfortunately, the first PR, a lot of people have probably not wanted to go on United Airlines because of the way that he addressed things. As she said, the first time was when he kind of blamed the passenger first. And now all of a sudden he does list the passenger's name once. I think that he should be addressing straight to the passenger through your PR that we do sincerely apologize. But this is a much better PR than the first one, where he was ashamed of doing that. So this is my PR.